Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, this is going to be for the sign of Taurus and Taurus placements. Holy Spirit, what do you have for the sign of Taurus? What does Taurus need to be made aware of? You guys, the cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through the elements. Divine Holy Spirit, this is for Taurus. What do you have for Taurus? What does Taurus need to know and be made aware of? Oh, that's a good amount of cards there, y'all, that flipped over in the pre-shuffle, but let's keep going. I hope y'all are doing well and have enjoyed this fabulous Sunday. It's been kind of quiet around here. Quiet is good. I do enjoy my peace. All right, so these cards flipped over. Well, actually they were face down, but fell on the floor. 4, 5, and 6 of Wands. Let's go ahead and get a good mix here, y'all. Okay, what do you have for Taurus? All right, so I heard sound mind, Taurus. So maybe, that's interesting. Because we were just talking about, well, I was, about how it was quiet and I enjoyed my peace, but you have sound mind, Taurus. So I feel like this is a revelation that has come to pass for you, Taurus. Like a peace in knowing. That would indicate a sound mind, right? So it feels like possibly there was some conflict that came your way, but after the resolve or the quieting down of said conflict, that allowed you, I'm hearing, to be able to advance forward, which is awesome. So it sounds like you didn't take the bait, Taurus. You didn't fall for whatever this was, which is awesome because it was possibly by design, which if you're a divine one, it always is. That's always the underlying energy. Yeah. So it's quite easy to recognize after a while on this journey. And then it becomes laughable, like, really? All right, thank you for that, Spirit. So let's get into this shuffle. Yeah. Okay, so I heard easy, and then I'm being shown like an easy bake oven from like the 80s. So easy bake oven. What was it? What was the energy behind easy bake oven? Like, I know because I had one. That's the first time I burnt the mess out of myself with an easy bake oven. So maybe like something designed is supposed to be so convenient, so helpful, but it's like, but watch out. You know, it's like there's a warning label attached, even though it's trying to come off so sincere and so like, I'm here to help, make your life easier. Look how convenient this could be. Okay, Taurus, so I see what's going on. Somebody try to play you for some sort of fool, but possibly for the last, I almost wanted to say GD time, but I don't use those two words together ever, just out of respect for the whole system of things. But I've specifically heard that. So that definitely means it's final. All right, let's get into these cards, y'all. Taurus, I don't know. Okay, here we are. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Wands. Something's over. Something's over, and it's no secret. This has to do with the end of some sort of union that is family oriented. Maybe something was set up to where we're going to invite family to come help us celebrate. You know, we're talking about 4. We're talking about like the grassroots foundation building from the bottom up. But it looks like that's no more. So possibly there was a breakup of some sort of engagement here. Maybe you, I would have almost said you would have fallen out with a family member, but I don't think there's a such thing as falling out. I feel like it's like you choose what you wanted to do for your best interests of serving your highest good. So that doesn't classify or qualify as a fallout. Maybe they call it a fallout because they were set in their place finally. So yeah, until they're able to get it and grasp like what just really happened, well, Taurus took a stand for themselves, then it'll be a fallout. But for you, it's like you're standing in your primary position now, Taurus. So Four of Wands reversed, like it's over, it's done. You chose you, period. Period, poo. All right. Let's get into what else is happening here, Taurus. I'm almost feeling like we could go home now, but yeah. These were the last to kind of fall out here. I want to jump here and then maybe work our way inside to this energy. All right, so, you know, I see the Ten of Cups here. So this does mean ultimate happiness, like an abundant joy, happiness ever after. 10 of Cups. Spirit, tell me more about this 10 of Cups. I want to reveal what's behind there as well and around it. So we have the Moon card reverse. Okay, so they couldn't get it. They couldn't get this past you, Taurus. That easy bake oven energy where it just shows up just fully packaged for you. All you got to do is open it up, take it out the box, and you can like eat easy bake oven cakes for the rest of your life, right? No, well, we know it's not designed that way because you know the thing's going to break down in about a year. I mean, and who wants to keep eating that nasty cake batter? Like, you know, we were sold on the idea from the commercial, and it just, you know, the little girl playing with it in the commercial. Man, that looks like that'll be cool. You mean I get to actually make something? This is you in your childlike state. Like, I get to actually make something of my own. I can have my own oven, you know, not the adult oven that mom and dad uses. And then on top of that, I can make my own self, my sweets, some cakes. What? Yes. Okay, that was the idea. Being sold on that. But then I told you all from personal experience, that's the first time I burnt the mess out of myself, and I never used that thing again. Like, you ain't got to tell me but once. So Taurus, I'm looking at that energy as that 10 of Cups. It's like the easy bake oven arriving, and it's like, but then, you know, here's the Moon card reverse energy to kind of tell you, yeah, I did fall for this sort of thing, but, you know, I'm glad that I burnt myself. And it was minor. It was, you know, but I never forgot it. You know, with this Ace of Cups reverse, it's like, you know, no, thank you. We can't move along together in what you're trying to sell me on this 10 of Cups, Taurus. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why that 4 of Wands is in the reverse. So someone knowing this, whoever's on the other side of this Ace of Cups, because your Ace of Cups, you know, you were at an Ace of Cups before this person even came back. It's like them coming back just kind of carried you over from the 10 to the Ace now. So it just basically reset everything for both of you. Your reset is going to be having it your way. Their reset is going to be them feeling like, you know, there was a falling out. So that energy, of course, that Ace of Cups is not what they wanted in their favor. Or how am I trying to say that? Not in their favor. It's the position of the card that I'm considering. So yeah, Taurus, they got their Ace of Cups, but it's not looking like your Ace of Cups. Because your Ace of Cups is attached to the real 10 of Cups that brought everything out that needed to be illuminated. But their Ace of Cups is them going in some sort of, this 5 of Cups energy is just remorse, carrying this remorse, but then it's like the way that they're choosing to get over the remorse. We're about to get into it because I feel like that's here. So it's not like they're going to take this and wish you well. And yeah, you know, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking. Sorry about that, y'all. It's something over here. Oh, the nail clipper was rocking back and forth and it was annoying me. But there's something about them taking their Ace of Cups and, you know, hold on, y'all. So I'm hearing they played their position. So Taurus, what I'm being shown and kind of to confirm what we came through is that they needed to show up to be able to confirm things in the ethers, but in the physical, on the physical plane here. So I'm thinking, you know, this person basically showed up to humiliate themselves, Taurus, because you didn't take the bait, I'm thinking here. I mean, it's not even I'm thinking, but it's obvious. They did come with some conflict because I felt that in the beginning with the channeling energy that they didn't come to be all nicey, nicey, nicey. They came to be nice with a reward, but if they didn't get that reward or it looked like they weren't going to get it, then there was that regression energy that kicked in. You know, whatever came along with that. But it was definitely conflict for you because your peace was disturbed. All right, let me keep going, Taurus. We got a few cards here I need to get through. So we're talking about now. Y'all forgive my nails. I'm sorry. I have a thing to where I like to take my time when the gel starts to lift. I like to peel it off. Yeah, I'm weird like that. It's okay. Enjoy the reading though. All right, so the Three of Cups, you guys, they were looking towards some sort of celebration with you. For some reason, they thought they had a shoe in. I don't know what that was. It just could have been the delusion and the reason why they even came, because they know they shouldn't have came. So that right there was enough for you to say, okay, here we go. You know, because you knew it wasn't a 10 of cups. You knew it wasn't a happy home with a 4 of wands here. But the delusion that they were being ran by was that them thinking, okay, I got another shot here. Like what? Where did that come from, Taurus? Yeah, you're asking me and I'm asking you that. But this person didn't know. So here's the Three of Cups. Like this, their plans had just been faltered here. It didn't turn. They didn't get to walk away with a victory here. Like this celebration, because this, for me, this Three of Cups would have been them going to share the good news with someone. Could be their family, could be their ex-person, could be somebody who's still clinging on to them that they just wanted to let them know, oh, I'm gonna get back with my ex, which is you, Taurus. But you're like, what, you know, who's that? You're like looking around like, who's your ex? Oh, you're talking about me? Right. Behind the Three of Cups, y'all, we have the Strength card. I mean, obviously, you found your strength and they found the strength in you as well, to where they know they're weak as hell for what they just tried on you, Taurus. Yeah, they did not understand the assignment from jump, and you absolutely did. I'm going to keep going. And we have the Nine of Cups. So there's a lot of cups out here, y'all. I'm seeing that. So, you know, this could be connected to water sign energy, or it could be somebody emotionally unstable. So maybe that's where the denial is coming from. Maybe there's some emotional instability here. Obviously, with the Five of Cups energy and them thinking in this illusion, 10 of Cups. So the Nine of Cups for me is always just, it's either having more than enough or either taking all that you have for granted. So either way that this card sits, it applies here for this energy. And we're looking basically at, you know, their energy right now, how it is that they felt, and then the conclusion of them trying to come back to Taurus to see, what's up, Taurus? We can do this, right? You're like, how did you even, never mind. You're like, no, we can't. Behind the Nine of Cups, look, the Nine of Swords, y'all. So this has definitely sent them on their way to, it's going to be down a lengthy road of pain here is what I'm seeing. The Nine of Swords was like them being in their heads, first of all, about making this move, and then they actually made the move, humiliated themselves, and now they're even worse off than what they were before they even came to you, knowing that should have been a no-go, but they were under some sort of delusion. So that Nine of Swords just means they're worse off than what they were before they came. Behind the Nine of Swords and this Lover's card energy, you know, that's for me, that's divine union. So you could possibly be dealing with someone. The reason they're in a delusion right now is because now it's a little too late for them to realize what role you played in their life. And then vice versa, what role they would have played in your life. You know, divine unions for me are like equal playing ground, but you know, it's all free will for everyone. So you have the right to decide what you want to do with your life, and so do they. The only thing is that you weren't supposed to carry this person like this person feels that you were. Like, you're always supposed to respond to their emotional outbursts and their cries with all of these cups out here. And possibly, Taurus, that's what you had done in the past, just not knowing you were enabling them, is what I'm getting, by way of them crying out to you. So maybe this was just a subtle picking up the phone to tell you about drama that they were going through with their family. And it's like, you're trying to tell them it's fine, just come stay over with me or whatever. You need to get out of that situation. Your family's hella toxic, da da da. These are the things that you're saying, and maybe not so much as you, Taurus, just kind of being there for them and keeping your door open for them. And that's how they got spoiled in this position. Not that you intentionally spoiled them, Taurus, but this clingy, emotional, water sign-ish energy here is what they took that for. They thought that you both were on the same sort of wavelength when it came to possibly emotional manipulation, even though they were the ones doing, I'll say, most of the manipulation. But what looked like you doing manipulation to them wasn't. It wasn't manipulation. It was you just trying to see, I'm trying to understand this person. So, maybe if I don't say much of anything, or maybe if I just kind of correspond with what they're doing, then, maybe that'll help keep the peace or let them know that I'm not against them. But whatever it is, it just translated to them as a codependency, maybe even. Yeah. Because I'm hearing, Taurus, you were just trying to maintain. Like, you didn't want any extra of anything. Like, you had the means to be able to provide or whatever that was, and you felt that that was what you were supposed to do, even at the basic of a friendship level. These were things you were supposed to do, but this person took that for granted, and therefore it looked like a codependency sort of thing here, when they really were sucking all of the life out of this whole entire situation. Anyway, let me keep going, y'all. Behind the Lover's energy, we have the Four of Pentacles. So this has to do with possession energy. This is control. This is mine. Look at what I have. So I did mention the energy of them going back to family, because I'm picking that up right now as well again. And then I'm looking at the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I'm thinking, with you saying possibly this person, and, that would have to be the case here if this resonates. You telling them that their family was hella toxic, right? But you were seeing the good in this person, or either the good in your heart was just coming out a little bit more for this particular individual. But it's like them running back to family, or you validated them, Taurus. That's period, point blank right now. You made this person feel of some sort of worth here. Not that they were worthless, but there's something about this emotional instability. So that hella toxic family probably did a good number on them in regards to how they felt about themselves, their self-esteem tied to their emotions and how they responded to things. And then here you come, Taurus, you're very stable. You're not all over the place. You're not trying to jerk them around. You're not trying to, all this stuff the toxic family members were doing. You didn't do that to them. So they got kind of clingy, not even kind of. They just manipulated their way on in there. But now with the Four of Pentacles, I'm like, they feel like they can't survive without you. Like, they really need you by their side for them to feel some sort of worth here, which is sad. But I mean, Taurus, you're probably like, it's more sad for me if you really knew what was going on. Okay, yeah, I understand. I get it. Four of Pentacles. Behind that, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, that's the same energy, you guys. So that was the collection of, you telling them how valuable they are, how much better they are than what, their parents told them, who they would, how they would never amount to anything. It just feels hella toxic from what they're coming from. And to see you, it's like you're all that they needed. They didn't need no one else, just you, Taurus. So this Seven of Pentacles is just looking like, they'll never forget the beautiful things that you did and said to them. The only thing is how your garden grows. Not you, Taurus, but them. I know there's a nursery rhyme surrounding something about how your garden grows, but I can't think of like the understanding of what that even is because I don't have the full, like the full, whatever that is. Is it a poem, nursery rhyme, who it's about, where, why? I don't know. Spirit, tell me more about this Seven of Pentacles though in the garden growing information. All right, so I'm hearing instability. I'm hearing that they have all of these things that, you know, they remember you for, you know, basically bigging them up or encouraging them. And it's like they still have that to go off of, but it's like, you know, what next after this? Because eventually this garden, you know, if it's not pruned and watered and natured and, you know, all that good stuff, it's not going to bear fruit anymore. So that's what they're afraid of. Is like, who's going to help keep them, you know, I wanted to say under control because okay, so that answers for that emotional instability. So Taurus, you are not this person's caretaker. Yeah. Behind the Seven of Pentacles, y'all, we have Justice. So I'm looking at, even though these cards were all on the side, I'm looking at the position, like the head of Justice is facing this direction and the feet this direction. So that's something that I know that I'm going to need to keep in mind for when we get in this energy over here to my right. But for now, Spirit, what is this Justice representing in this position? All right, so I heard it 2 times. I am the head, not the tail. So that's why I was getting the head reference and then the feet reference. I am the head, not the tail. So Taurus, this is something you realize here. Because I did mention codependency here, Taurus. So if you had a little project you were working on by way of this person, you know, you were able to uplift them and encourage them, and you were able to see the rewards of that because they were doing better, getting outside of that toxic family and doing good for themselves. But it was all on your back, Taurus, whether you realize that or not. I am the head, not the tail. I told you this person feels like they consumed you. But you know, that codependency stuff is coming up again, but it's like I don't feel like you thought you were in a codependency relationship or situationship here, Taurus, but that's how it's translating now, because now they can't shake you, or they feel like they can't move on without you. So that wouldn't be codependency any longer. Especially you being in this energy now. Them coming back and finding out that they really wasted their time, but you're like, why didn't you know that? You know, it's like they didn't get the memo, you know, that this is how it was, but that's possibly because of the disillusionment behind it. Okay, behind the Justice card, you guys, we have, Judgment. Yeah, that sounds about right, no? We have Judgment here, and I did see the slip of the card underneath. We have the King of Swords. Earlier it slipped, and I did catch a glance when I looked back down. Sorry for the camera shakes, y'all. I know that's annoying. Spirit, tell me more about this King of Swords. All right, so I heard rightful path. I'm gonna lay these down. Let me lay these just like that. Rightful path here. What is rightful path, Spirit? So I heard taking the lead and something about taking position. So Taurus, it looks like you're standing in your King of Swords energy, but it's almost like I'm hearing silent partner. So a silent partner, possibly by way of this King of Swords energy. Okay, so what I'm understanding at this moment right now is that when they showed up, they met a King of Swords. They never met this King of Swords before. That's the thing. That's the silent partner that they met. So the cutoff game here is very strong with this King of Swords. And that's why they needed to be there in support of you, Taurus, to be able to cut this thing for once and for all. Now, this might be one of those things, the King of Swords, you probably didn't even know that they were around or part of you, or maybe it's rare when this King of Swords has to come out, but they definitely represented this time around for you. So I would say congratulations, but that's all based on this judgment energy because it had to happen. This was you taking your rightful position, saying that you are the head, not the tail. And that's what that King of Swords energy will do for you. All right, let's get over here because this felt like feet, you know, from the Justice card I referenced, the feet and the head being that way, feet being this way. Let's see what this is. What's under your feet? All right, this is what's under your feet, y'all. Look at this. So I'm going to start with the court card energy. We have the Knight of Cups reversed. So that was the energy behind who was coming back to you, who was coming back around. So we see cups again, right? So this is definitely with the Knight energy. This is their last tour. This was the last arrival back to you, to never possibly have this person return ever again, right? They lost their way here with this Eight of Pentacles reverse. But I'm getting the sense of possibly when they showed up, Taurus, they didn't look like themselves. Because, when they were around you, I said the energy was so extra, but now I'm seeing that possibly they were in some sort of vampirism energy. They were taking from you. And then building up with that Seven of Pentacles. But now that you're out of the picture, they're depleted now. Look at the Eight of Pentacles reverse. They went from the Seven of Pentacles to the Eight reversed. Like, if you ask me, that's a huge step backwards. They lost their focus here. But I told you again, you're no caretaker, Taurus. Look, we have the Nine of Wands. They had been watching you. They had been surveilling somehow, watching you. I'm hearing as quiet as kept because I feel like that's your energy, Taurus. Like you never expected any sort of drama, and they never, because I feel like before that, the emotions of this person were just so consuming. So it was never really a dull moment with them, but it added like some sort of excitement to you, Taurus, even though you're like on total chill mode all the time, is what I'm feeling. You still didn't mind that extra excitement. So they were still kind of watching and surveilling you, but quiet as kept because it didn't disrupt you at all, Taurus. It wasn't like them coming back and trying to, throw confetti everywhere and then leave. It's like they just could not do that. Even if they were just keeping quiet and the effect of the confetti everywhere, you're like looking around like, wow, that's a lot of confetti. Even though there was nothing said behind that, no drama. But the confetti energy, that's kind of funny in a way because it's like, you minding your business, all of a sudden they open up the door and throw all this confetti in there and then they leave. It was just something really extra about this person. I just say all of that to say, but then who would have been left with the cleanup? You Taurus. But not even that could happen. So with the Nine of Wands, I feel like that's what brought them to you, is they felt like they still had one more shot before they got to the 10. Like the 9 is contemplation. It's like, do I want to do this or no? Like, am I going to continue on to the 10 for, the completion of what I've been working so hard for? Or am I just going to just call it quits? No, they were like, I'm going to go for my 10. I'm going to go for my 10 of Cups with them. But boop. What did they get? They got one side of that Ace of Cups and you got the other, which completed itself to this Four of Wands reverse. It's over. All right, Taurus, I hope this helps.